Hey guys, Brian from Snowwalker Bushcraft, and well, today is actually the first day of spring, but we wound up getting 5 inches of snow, and coming out just to do basically a really quick, basic video. I think we're all guilty of not practicing our basics all the time because we feel that we own the skill and we master them. There are new people that come into bushcrafting. They go on YouTube, they look at different things, they look at different basic evolutions or lessons per se, and then they practice them. Well, for the benefit of those people, and I was talking to a buddy of mine, Derek, sorry Ferro, we were talking about doing basic videos to revamp, and you know, for me it's a review and practicing of my skills. For some it may be that as well, but this is more or less for the newcomer that's out there and to help me practice. Today what I want to actually do is create a Tinder bundle, alright? Just off the landscape, what I have here, alright? That's what it's about. It's controlled atmosphere. I'm not under any time, I'm not under any duress, and there's no reason that when we practice skills that we have to be under duress. Take your time. You want to learn to know the materials that you're using. So we're just going to go along. I'm just going to start picking things up. We get all done, I'm going to show you what I have picked up. We're going to construct the bundle. We're going to light it with a ferro rod only. Alright, you're going to see this. It's pretty redundant with a lot of people that are out there. But here's the thing. I had this discussion with Derek also. What I may have for resources in my area may not exactly be the same as what he has. What he has may not be exactly what's out in Ohio, what may be in Tennessee at this time of year. You don't know, but the same basic principle applies. Your Tinder bundle should be very easy to ignite. Then it should have a little bit of substantial materials in it to, once it has been lit, that will continue to burn. So let's just move along the land and let's see what we can come up with, and we'll go from there. This is an excellent resource here. That's a cedar tree. In the first couple of shots that I was taking, dried grasses, you saw that I picked up some pine needles. Cedar tree right here. You can't mistake the smell. Okay, another excellent resource. If you take the back of your knife and you go along it, as you can see, this is that very fine, downy material that you're going to want, that's going to take a spark and it's going to help burn into your other materials of your bird's nest or your Tinder bundle. This just needs to be processed. Okay, I don't want to take all of that because I want to keep this as a resource, so I would note it in my journal as well. So we'll just add this to the haversack. actually a pretty good resource. It's a beech tree. The leaves stay on it all year long. They're very papery, but they don't actually deteriorate like most other leaves. So you can actually use this as a very highly combustible component to your tinder bundle. So we're going to take some of those too. Nice pile of yellow birch. We could practically use that right there alone as our tinder bundle. Okay, so looking at what we have finally picked up, we wound up picking up dried grasses here. We have pine needles. This is that one first batch of cedar bark. These are our beech leaves. This is the rest of the cedar bark, which I'm going to process up. Alright, so that is like this. Lots of dried flower tops. Things that are above the ground. They're always blowing in the breeze. They're always dry for the most part, unless there's been a heavy rain, of course. And a really nice complement of yellow birch. Now, we're going to construct this. If you've noticed, within this gathering of materials, there are 3 different sizes of fuel for my tinder bundle. Alright, we have nice downy material like this, the cedar or the birch bark as well, the cedar bark, and the beech leaves going into things more substantial like our pine needles, and it's got a little bit of green to it. Alright, plus the smaller flower tops, and then finally the other material, which is about pencil lead size, which is our dried grasses. Dried grasses can always help you. Just remember that a lot of times you may not find them, so you're going to have to rely on these other things to do the tinder bundle. Now let's just go ahead and we'll process up some of this cedar, and we're going to go from there. When I'm working with cedar bark, depending upon how fresh it is, okay, essentially all I'm doing is creating more strands. So I'll take it and I just start working it back and forth just to break up the fibers. Okay, and start to make it fluffy. Okay, and that's what we want. We want that material. We want that downy stuff. We wanted there to be, you know, little individual threads that are going to grab our spark. Okay. You can take this. You put this right in the center. Like I said, you know, if you have the resource and you can use it, there's no sense in not taking it and using it. So I grabbed quite a bit of it, of the yellow birch, and we're going to put it right here. This alone would probably work for me for getting a fire moving and started. But if your fire is dependent upon this one tinder bundle, why would you not take the time to create a tinder bundle that is going to last? Okay. Yeah. That's the center of our bird's nest. Now we're just going to work with this. Again, dependent upon the resources that you have. This may not be the prettiest tinder bundle in the world, and it may not exactly resemble a bird's nest, which is what, you know, what we strive for. But I'm fairly sure that this will get the job done when using a ferro rod. So let's go ahead, take a shot at it, and let's see where we are. I'm just going to move the camera back a bit. I'm pretty sure that can ignite some tinder and some kindling and some other fuels. 3 strikes, I believe, with a ferro rod. It's no big deal. Again, it's dependent upon your resources. Okay? Alright guys, so that was the tinder bundle. Was it the prettiest in the world? Did it look exactly like a bird's nest? No, absolutely not. But with the resources that I had and the properties that I based it on, okay, my 3 sizes of fuels in the tinder bundle as well as if you're doing a fire lay, it accomplished its task, and you saw how long it burned. I think it took 3 times to light, okay, but I did it without using any other resources. A few things to be reminded of that I think that will help a beginner. Again, look back at it. There's 3 types of fuels in a fire lead. You have, you know, your pencil lead size, you have your pencil lead or your pencil size, then you have your thumb size fuel to go along with that. Look at it from the same way when you're making a tinder bundle. Have 3 different types, highly combustible material, and I think that will help you when you're going to make your fires. Check your resources. You may not have the same resources I have here in this one specific area. Okay? You may not have what's in Ohio. You may not have what's in Massachusetts. You may not have, you know, any of these. But you need to go out and you need to find the resources that you have and the properties that will allow you to make the tinder bundle work for you. Okay? So that's it for today. I don't want to drag it out anymore. We're going to go on. We're going to do some more basic skill videos for some newer guys. That's just to refresh my memory as much as to help people that, you know, are just getting into bushcrafting, you know, more self-reliant skills for in the woods. And we'll go ahead and we'll do some other stuff as we're getting ready for springtime. So this is Brian from Snowwalker Bushcraft. Thank you for your views and your comments. Until the next one, walk the woods.